welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, I'm TwistedFae, and I make traditional and digital art. So I hope all of you grab something nice to drink, sit back, relax, and enjoy today's speed paint. So I thought this time I'd try to explain my thought process on how I made this. This picture was done after all my commissions were finished, and I just needed some fresh air, I guess you could say. All I knew really, in all honesty, was that I wanted to do a three-pick style of this. So like one being safe for work, the other being like a boudoir kind of thingamajiggy, like kind of lewd, you know. And then the last one I just wanted plain NSFW, or not safe for work, I guess you could say. And I titled this piece Deal with the Fairy, because that's what Fae do. They make deals and they grant you what you'd like, depending on how you caught them or had them make a deal with you, you know? Normally the price for their magic is usually a steep price, but hey, you do what you gotta do, right? Anywho, like you guys saw in the very beginning, and just like in my other videos, I always start off with drawing a circle for where the head is going to be. That circle isn't necessarily for the eyes though. That circle is to let me know where to place the nose, and then I draw the other half of the face, just like a slightly curvy like V shape. From there, I start to make more circles where the joints would be, like, you know, the shoulders, the arms. I do this weird little boxy kind of looking triangle thing with the hands as well, for the general gist and the shape of them. From there, as you guys are watching and looking at it now, like I start to fill out that information that I've laid down, or that grounded work, you know. And sometimes it takes a few tries because it doesn't necessarily always translate out the best. But like, and it might not necessarily be on the right like spot where those circles are, but it's just like a guideline for me. For me it works better than like a stick person, to be honest. Like I used to draw like the stick figure when I first started, and from there I figured out that, you know, I gotta make the neck a little bit longer, the shoulders need to be wider and stuff like that, because the stick guide just wasn't doing it for me. I did it like a normal stick person, and no, that didn't work. But this has actually been working out for me. I've been doing this for the past like 2 years now, doing it this way. Before then it would just me doing guessing work and stuff like that and just filling it out from there. But I've come to appreciate and to accept like the little bottom sketch lines and stuff, even on my sketchbook. Like I never like those, especially because like I draw in pen on my sketchbook, but I kind of like the way that it looks. In all honesty, I've just, it works for me. But yeah, so after I start redefining the pose and the character that I'm drawing, I start to line it. And actually I'm gonna like sidetrack here a little bit. Did you guys know that my Fae doesn't have a name yet? Like, yeah, she's TwistedFae, and like that's my pen name and stuff like that, you know, like she's a little bit of me, but she doesn't actually have a name. I've yet to give her a name. Maybe one of these days I will, maybe. But yeah, she's my mascot. She's literally a little piece of me, so one of these days it'll happen. I just haven't found the right one for her, and I keep forgetting about it because I've been so busy. But I'm just like, oops. So now that when I draw her, and I've really been thinking about that lately, because the next few things that you guys are going to be seeing is me, you know, drawing her. Because I needed some new, and this one I actually used for my profile picture and stuff like that. And then I came up with some banners and some offline stuff that I needed for Twitch as well. So there's going to be a few videos of nothing but her. Yeah, so you guys saw that I started to line her as well. I actually use a vector layer on Clip Studio. I recently started it like barely last year. I don't remember when exactly last year, but I started using it last year for the vectors. wasn't quite sure, you know, how I felt about it, and then I saw one of my friends talk about it, and they showed me, you know, the shit that it can do, and I was like, oh, and it's been that way ever since. And mainly because I love the vector eraser, that's primarily why I do it. Because before I used to draw in all those lashes and stuff like that, and now I've dwindled it down to like 5 or 6 lashes, you know, depending on the pose and stuff like that. Normally it's about 4 big lashes that you can see on the top, and then 2 on the bottom. So yeah. And to be honest, making the line art for me is got to be like the most tedious thing I can ever do. I hate line art. Like, I love my sketches. I love doing that. Like, I guess you could say that's kind of like a line art in its own way. But it's more free. There's more movement in it versus where it's line art and it looks more stiff and... I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I don't like my... Like, I think my line art, when I take off the actual sketch underneath what I'm doing and stuff like that to take a look how it looks, it always looks retarded to me. And that could be just because, you know, it's oversimplified, all the movement is gone. You know, all the pretty things that I loved about the sketch are gone in it. Now it's just lines. And even with the flats, I hate it with flats too, and that's probably just because I know what I want it to look like and it's not there yet. And so I don't know, I just hate the way that it looks though until it's like actually done, because like once it's fully rendered it looks exactly how I wanted it to. But it goes through that ugly phase, I guess. That's what the line art is for me, and the flat coloring is the ugly stage. And unfortunately I couldn't show you guys any of that process because, like I said, this was originally an NSFW picture, and I just added 3 more different things on there, so all the skin and stuff went away because I did the I did the NSFW version first, and then I did the boudoir, and then I did her final thing for the fully clothed one. So yeah, I'm sorry guys, I would love to explain more. Like, I really did want to talk about like how I do the cell shading and stuff, because cell shading for me was never easy. I didn't start out with cell shading. I've always soft shaded and then added in like the harsh lines and stuff like that for the shadows on my normal style. So cell shading was not my thing for the longest time. Like, I've always been scared to touch cell shading, but I actually figured out a trick, and I don't really have enough time to go over it in this video. I don't want to make it any more longer than what it currently is, because I'm currently at 8.5 minutes for talking, and damn. But yeah guys, there's a lot more things I'd like to discuss, because this one was just like, you know, a little basics about like my sketch thing more so than anything else, and a little bit of me ranting about the line art. But tomorrow I'll actually get into the line art, and I will get into the actual like coloring of it, I hope. I'm crossing my fingers for that. But yeah, if you guys want to catch up on any of my newest projects or anything like that, feel free to follow me on social media, and those links are down below. My website is also listed down there as well, and I've added new items to my shop, and I update it monthly for like my art and illustrations and stuff once a month. Once a month is over, then I upload that month's that just passed, you know, all the artwork that I've done. But yeah, whew. Let's see, what else am I missing? If you guys did like this new type of commentary, let me know if it's something you guys want to continue to see down below in the comments. Let me see. If you guys like my videos or any of that, feel free to like and subscribe. Feel free to like and subscribe as well, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Later!